Hello, my name is Bovaley Johnson. When I first came here to England as a 6-year-old, since then it's been changed to Miller. But I came in May, I think it's May the 15th, 1961. I came at London Airport with my 2 aunts, my mum's eldest sister and one of my mum's youngest sisters. They were my escort to come to England. I'll always remember getting off the plane and coming down the steps onto the tarmac, and I'm looking and I'm saying, holding onto my auntie's hands and saying to my aunties, I don't want to be here. I want to go back to my grandmother. I don't want to be here. And you used to have to walk the whole tarmac to go to the door to the airport. And when the door was open, there was my mother, my father, and my sister, who was 3 years old, and one of my greatest memories is a red coat with black fur around the neck, and my sister was dressed in one as well, because although it was May, it was cold. It was a cold, like the beginning of May, so it was still cold. But when my grandmother got the letter to say that my parents was going to send for me, I remember crying because I only really knew my grandmother. And I remember her friends saying, don't cry, girl, don't cry. When you go there, the streets are paved with gold. And the trees have got pound notes hanging from the leaves. So when I got to the UK, and the day that I was coming from the actual airport, and we was in my dad's car, and I'm sitting in between my 2 aunties, and I'm sort of staring out the window, looking, and my auntie whispered to me, and she goes, what are you looking so hard at? And I said, well, where's the gold? Why isn't the pavement paved? Why isn't it shining? Because they told me it's gold. And I'm looking at the trees, and the trees hadn't really started any leaf, but there was no pound notes on these trees. And all the adults in the car burst out laughing, right? And my sister, being a nosy Parker, she went, what are you all laughing at? So that was my first memory. Then I was aged to go to school. And when I got to school, it was a big old-fashioned school where the heating was running in the roof of the school. And I remember standing at the desk where the headmistress had taken me and my father into the classroom to meet the teacher. And when I look, there was not one black person. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what is this? Where am I going? And right at the back, and to this day, this person is still my friend. Her name was Claudette Dacres, and she was fair in complexion, but she still had to sit at the back of the class. And I remember her getting up and coming to the front of the class and taking my hand and taking me to sit beside her. And that was the UK. I've now got 2 daughters who are grown women. I have 5 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren. And so, I thank my mum and dad for giving me the opportunity to be in the UK. And I always said that if I had stayed in Jamaica, I am a very fiery person in mouth-wise, and I don't think I'd be alive by now. So, that's it. So I'm grateful for my mum and dad to have given me the opportunity to be in the UK, so.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Some wonderful stories here. Thank you, ladies.